that drug, drunk, pissy. Sipping whizzy while she smoking sticky. Pumping big punch so loud, you know the Bronx with me. Fuck with me, come from them uptown avenues with them hustlers that make bread, serving more than a bird or two. If we never heard of you, it's nothing to discuss. And life's a bitch that I love to fuck for the rush. They don't get it, sack to sell with the bucks. Might as well spend it up, nothing in life's ever enough, huh? If you came from the bottom, none of these niggas want no problems. Cause we out here getting money. Work hard, play harder with the money. Get it how you live, fuck what anybody say. The closest to you, probably the ones that wanna see you dead. Don't trust a soul, I'm out for that gold. With a big cooler mommy that...
I was here before
the show.
It's okay.
It's our 60th episode.
Woo! Yay!
Gang, gang, gang.
My whole third one. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this would be
Four.
Five.
Four.
Five. You gotta count the bonus episode.
Oh, yeah.
5. There you go. Yes, we're okay staying home. We encourage people to stay home. MM Rick is 100%, y'all. So much love to MM Rick. I'm glad to hear that, my brother.
Let's go.
That's great news. That's my third friend that I've heard that, or somebody that I know close, that have had COVID and have 100% recuperated.
So
that's
thank God, that is good. God is good. Let's start this show off. Let me minimize. Look at Benny's not wearing a shirt. Benny, you gotta say something. You should come on the screen
every day. I got a fans only page.
Give us the name of the fans only.
Nah. You gotta DM me for that.
Where do your prices start?
DM the trap loft.
$5 for the upper body only. $50 for the whole body. $300 for meetups. But you gotta come over here, and you gotta get tested first.
Yeah,
you gotta bring me your COVID paper.
Right,
Benny.
Bring your medical paperwork.
There's if you DM at the trap loft
management,
you know, we set up Benny. He's doing live shows.
Yeah.
You know, he's actually running a special right now, Benny. You forgot to tell him it's $15 for the live show.
Let him know.
You know, and private shows can be arranged. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta.
It's a longer process. There's some tests, some paper you gotta fill out. You know, funds gotta clear first.
Right.
Benny just announced he got his
freebies, bro.
OnlyFans page working. DM the Trap Law for Benny's OnlyFans page.
We set a separate page, like his foot page.
I was gonna say, can you manage my foot page? I'll just start one too if you're managing.
No, we're gonna do his foot page. Jayla's gonna have her foot page, and Benny has. Yeah, we got that shit in the works. They're gonna be playing with like clay and like
right.
With hot sauce because we gotta keep it spicy.
Spicy. Some hot.
Washing my clothes.
Wow.
I wonder if people like maple syrup or something like that.
I'm going to keep all this in. We haven't even started. I'm going to keep all of this in. Welcome to the 66th episode of the show. We're still alive. We're beating coronavirus. I got good news from my man, MM Rick. It is Jaylah's belated birthday as well. So, happy birthday from me, Jaylah. I don't know if the guys want to wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday for me.
Who just spoke?
TJ.
The man flying over the moon.
So it's our 60th episode. I just want to run through some quick stats. The show was talked about for 3 months between Benny, myself, and Paul. On July 4th, we went to a barbecue. It kind of started to get the ball rolling. A month later, August 4th, we registered the names through all the social medias. We released our first episode on September 8th. 5 seasons, 60 episodes, 46 special guests, 12 bonus episodes, 3 special events, 3 cross-podcast collaborations. You were being listened to in the U.S., Canada, Dominican Republic, Denmark, shout out to Denmark, Mexico, France, Spain, Sweden, Brazil, and the UK.
Hey.
The cities that we're being listened to is in New York, LA, Halifax, Hoboken, Philly, Jacksonville, Miami, Chicago, San Francisco de Macorís, Seattle, Dublin, and Rumford. Shout out to Aki Chilling. Welcome to the show and the Gender Blender podcast.
Shout out to Rumford.
Shout out to Rumford, UK. And we've done collabs with Stella Artois, Trilo, I fucked that one up, Dykeman Beer Company, La Rubia Blondale, Big Apple Awards, Danif, Loud City Farms. So 60 episodes, and we're still here.
You're still here.
Still here.
And one pandemic.
Huh?
And one pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic.
We made it through that one.
We had fun last week with Ari Spears. That was a spectacular show. That one clip got a bunch of streams. I might release a little bit more clips from that. Aries is cool. He gave me his number. I chatted with him a couple times afterwards. That was kind of dope. Jaylah's in the building. I didn't introduce the guys.
What's up, y'all?
Benny Banks is here, shirtless. He's got a big announcement to make today. Craze Boogie's here. Justin's producing the show. And Clarence is doing the photography as usual.
Make sure you get my good side, Clarence. It's my birthday week.
Videos?
What you said?
I said I hope he gets my good side because it's my birthday week.
Let's go.
So what did you say, Benny? I'm sorry, I didn't catch you.
What?
What did you say, Benny?
I said Clarence is taking pics of the videos.
He's taking whatever the fuck he wants.
Clarence can do whatever he wants.
He does his own thing, you know?
Yes, Dominicans say happy birthday, Jaylah.
I'll tell him I said thank you.
MM Rick says happy birthday, Jaylah. So we're live on Instagram as well, and we're also live streaming on Podbean, our brand new home.
Podbean? Ooh.
How's week 4 of this? This is week 4, right? What week? What is this? Like,
I don't know.
15th week that we're all locked up?
I'm just waiting for people to call me from work and say that I gotta come in this shit. I don't know. That's past.
Day 32.
I literally been home for an entire month. My mother says happy birthday, girl. My mother says that as well.
I like Thanks, Mom.
I just got sidetracked right there. What was I gonna say? Oh, I've been quarantined for a month, an entire month already.
Yeah, me too, bro.
But give me some updates. What you guys been up to? How's it been? What's new?
I haven't
I've been taking my walks, bro. I've been riding my bike straight naked through the streets because there's nobody outside. So I've been doing good, man. Streaking through the neighborhood.
Yo.
Made some friends. Chilled with a few homeless people the other day. Mad cool.
Did you hang out with them naked too?
Naked?
What?
Naked?
Of course.
So the people want to know why Benny isn't wearing a T-shirt today. Why he's shirtless in this episode.
I'm trying to make some extra money. I got a fans only page now. $70 for the body. $55 for the entire, for just pics, nudes. $300 for meetups. But you got to bring me your medical paperwork. And you got to come over here.
What about subscription? Like if people are going to subscribe on a monthly basis.
Special. Tell them about the special.
What, the special?
Yeah.
We got a special. We're going to put the code word is going to be at the end of the video today. There's going to be a code word. If you say that code word, you DM that code word to the Trap Loft, you get a special. All right?
The special.
Wow. So it was Easter Sunday. Crazy, you didn't give me an update. Only Benny gave me an update. He told me about his brand new venture. With the Versace shirt on, Crazy Boogie.
I'm saying,
Zan Zaddy.
I just, I haven't done shit. I just been watching a lot of fucking TV, smoking hookah, smoking myself to death over here. I haven't done shit. I have no reason to get up because I'm not going nowhere. You feel me? And so I just wake up. I've been cooking a lot. I'm lying. I have been cooking a lot.
What's the best dish you've made?
Yeah, you promised the people some photos.
Yo, I forgot to send
with Craze photos.
I'm gonna send them to you. We'll talk about this shit on the chicken.
We should do like a dish off.
Yo, let's do it.
Photo wise, who makes the best dish?
Let's fucking do it. I already did. I did a couple stir fries. I've been doing like the chicken stir fry, the shrimp stir fry.
Okay.
I did some chicken tikka masala.
Okay.
With some white rice and some tortillas. I made a quesadilla earlier for lunch. And for Easter, the couple days before Easter, I made an arroz con leche. It was pretty good. I've been doing my thing over here. That's the only thing that's been keeping me going, like eating food and watching TV.
So Craze is announcing he got a Chef Craze fans only page also.
Yo, y'all don't even want to see what I do with that arroz con leche.
Oh, do you put your hands in it? Like,
yo,
Craze got an OnlyFans page now.
Right, to find out.
What in that, bro?
Chef Craze, what's going on in the household?
Y'all might not have COVID, but y'all got something. There's some bug in that grave, bro.
So it was Jaylah's birthday on Easter Sunday.
Whee!
We want to know, how'd you spend your birthday?
Yo, didn't you want to do sound effects?
What's the best gift you got?
Do a sound effect for this. Didn't you want to do sound effects?
Yeah, I do, but it kind of like I got to put my hand in front of the screen. I got to do a whole bunch of things.
There's a whole bunch of work now that I think about it.
Benny got a fans only page?
There it is.
I can't. For my birthday, I did a fashion show. Listen to me. I changed outfits twice just to feel like I was normal. I sang happy birthday and did an Easter egg hunt via FaceTime with my daughter in Florida.
Okay.
I drank a whole bottle of Henny White that I've been waiting to hold. I was holding on to.
Damn.
And I actually got some bottles through Drizzly delivered to my house. I got a cake and orange juice with fruits and empanadas and frituras sent to my crib.
What?
Yeah, I got some roses sent to the crib. I got my friends, they zailed me. I woke up to like some money in my account. Like, I was like, damn, y'all. Happy birthday.
It's about to be Crazy's birthday this week.
Craze
just got a whole bunch of ideas. He's like, well then, take notes.
Yo, I got to get my fans up like that, yo. Denmark, y'all slacking.
Denmark. Shout out to Denmark, man.
Shout out to Denmark. How are they doing in Denmark?
It's the U.S. It's U.S., Canada, Denmark, DR. Our listeners.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy to me. Like, who? Canada or Niagara? Because it's Niagara. I didn't mention Niagara Falls.
Hey! Don't discredit. It's Canada.
Yo,
we'll just take the whole country.
But DR need to pick up the slack. Like, Denmark is killing DR right now.
Okay, but is it maybe because we don't speak enough Spanish, and in Canada, like they understand what we're saying, and in Toronto, I got friends in Toronto.
There's a lot of A's and O's on this show, so.
hey, now, yo, I fuck with Niagara Falls, like the Canada side though. Niagara Falls, New York is fucking trash.
I've never been to either.
It's depressing. The U.S. Niagara Falls is depressing. And you cross the bridge into Canada, they got a fucking huge Ferris wheel. Like, they got like a whole carton, like a little
Is it like a mini Coney Island?
Kind of like that, yeah.
How about season 6? We only do 6 episodes, but it's live from each one of these countries.
Down. Say less.
Okay. I would do it.
After this quarantine, hey, you could tell me to go meet me I'll meet you. Yeah, no more saying no. It's either that or I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm being quarantined for another whatever time we got left.
Yo, that means I gotta get my Tokyo fans up because I've been dying to go to Tokyo.
Oh, I mean, there's like 6 of us. Can't each of us pick a place?
I think we should.
I mean,
I still would like to do. His mic is off right now, but I want him to turn it on. I want to do an episode from Reading, Pennsylvania. If you watch the Rick A show right now, who is from Reading, Pennsylvania? And if you're on the live, write the answer right now. Out of all the cast members, who's from Reading, Pennsylvania? And you might get a sneak peek at the code word for Benny's fans only.
Maybe.
OnlyFans or whatever it's called.
OnlyFans.
I gotta get that right. We gotta look that up.
It's
so
OnlyFans.
joining us, what?
It's OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Okay, so joining us now, he's trying to get on. It'll be Mark, our
Wow. Way to intro our guest.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't hear your intro, Mark. I'm glad you didn't hear that.
Our guest for this week, Marc Reign.
What up?
Welcome to the Zoom.
Bro, you looking like the Il Campesino right now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in PR. I got my caveman thing going. I was like,
it looks beautiful. Don't worry. We're
luxurious.
I have one real question though. I know you have a hat on for a reason. Let me see. Take it off.
Oh yeah.
Take it off because you're known for being bald. Most people know you're bald.
Everywhere. That's right.
So I feel like you've been covering it. You stupid. You've been covering it up. So can we have a sneak peek?
Maybe at the end of the show.
It's like a reveal.
Yeah. We'll take a poll. See how long you think my hair is. How many inches you think it is right now?
How many inches?
Yo, I'm like that too, bro. The struggle right now with the barber shit.
You know what I'm saying? I started this caveman thing because like I knew the barber thing was gonna be, you know, a thing for most people, and I was like, well, it's a real challenge. You know what I'm saying? Not like a little TikTok challenge. Everyone doing little dance moves. Like this is hard for me to have this much hair in my face. Oh, my fault. Yeah, this is me right here. For me to have this much hair on my face, bro. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
I can see the struggle is real when you got to use the toothbrush.
Oh, this is crazy out here.
That's
it's
interesting.
an old toothbrush.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you one of them edges brushes. Just at least it's not a toothbrush, my friend.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever works.
Yo, you know, I was actually thinking about going the other way. I was about to shave my whole beard. Just go like
do it, bro.
Well, you know that I think like on a health thing, they were saying it's better to not have a beard because the corona, like,
that's what I was
get stuck.
COVID is not beard friendly.
Right,
Yo,
that's what I heard.
I was thinking about just shaving my whole shit off, bro. What you think, H?
I think you should shave your beard and be bald.
The whole thing?
For COVID.
Damn,
that might be a lot. I'm kind of digging this long hair though on Craze.
Yo, the thing is this, bro, is that I'm already going bald, H. Right? You see this?
So let it go bald on its own. Don't help yourself out.
I don't think me like shaving it off is gonna do. You know, I was thinking about doing this like Bieber shit with my shit like this.
Oh,
I can dig that though.
The Trump comb over.
Just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But
got the Gary Oldman.
So for girls, not that you guys, you know, since it's mostly men on here, but representing the women in the building, most girls, obviously, they dye their hair a lot. You know, like I'm very low maintenance, so I'm not. I don't.
Wait, you guys hear the coquille?
Yeah, you can hear the coquille in the background.
Live from Puerto Rico, Marc Reign.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's just in your kitchen?
Yo, it's like they are.
It's beautiful. Puerto Rico and San Juan, when you hear that, or in the night, coquille.
It's the weirdest thing because they literally don't come out till like 6, 7 o'clock. You're like, there they go. It's just like they have this internal clock.
Rick is describing it as like this soothing shit, but is that shit annoying or is it like soothing?
Nah, I mean, I love it. I'm not going to lie. It's like
better than the sirens?
Way better than the sirens.
I like the train. I like hearing the train.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. You
photographer, actor, producer, writer, director.
Bro, I thought you should let him say his own thing.
Give me a second. Can I So, Mark, I know who Marc Reign is, but for the people who don't know who Marc Reign is, who is Marc Reign and what's his passion? Why does he create so much?
Marc Reign, the title that I've given myself and I've created this is called creative engineer. And that kind of like umbrellas everything. You know what I mean? I went to school for acting and that's where I started. But at the same time, I started learning how to take photos, you know, how to do cinematography. I taught myself how to edit, you know what I mean? And then along with just experience, just producing and just creating, just becoming this full-time artist, it's just my passion, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very conscious, very spiritual. And so a lot of the work that I put out is very like aware, you know, of that kind of stuff. I don't like, that's why you don't see me posting a lot and like crazy on social media. Like I take my time with it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to post just to post to keep my algorithm. Like I got to really believe in the things that I'm putting out, you know? And so it's been a ride, man. It's been a ride because I was a mechanical engineer before I went the whole art route.
That's huge different, what do you call that? Realms of,
yeah.
So
the whole other side of the world.
How'd that switch happen?
Oh man, you know, my dad's an engineer. I was really good at math. And so, you know, like when you in college, you know, you're still trying to figure it out. A lot of people think they know what they want to do. Some people really do know what they want to do, but I feel like the majority of people are just going for whatever comes, you know, first. Like you ask a little kid, what you want to be when you grow up? And they're like, I don't know, fireman, spaceman. So, you know what I mean? And so I got my associates in mechanical engineering initially. And then I went to City College to pursue a bachelor's. And
shout out to City College.
Yeah, go Beavers. So in the pursuit of that, bro, like I just realized that, you know, acting is something I always wanted to try. They had a bachelor in theater, and I was like, there's no time like now, you know? And so I made the switch, and it was the best decision I ever made. You know what I mean? Because even the engineering was from a creative place because I wanted to design cars. You know what I mean? I was like, I loved cars. I wanted to just figure out, because engineering literally has everything. It has something to do with everything. Everything. This phone we're holding, the laptop we're using, this table, like everything to a certain degree is engineering. So I was like, yeah, I can be creative, you know? And then I realized that storytelling is actually what I was made to do. And so
I know that you do a lot through, like, you don't only work, like you do comedy sketches. You said you started as an actor. Mm-hmm. How have been like the transitions? Because I know you've done so many different roles. I know you're working on, you guys before COVID and all that, you guys working on a production, and you know, obviously you and I have done comedy sketches. You know, a lot of people know you through Ken Stars because you do a lot of stuff with Ken. How do you find yourself, I mean, being able to just like transition back and forth? Because being a dramatic actor and being a comedy sketch artist, IG, and then being a comedical actor are like all completely different things.
Yeah. You know, I want to say first that I put my heart and soul into everything that I do. You know what I mean? No matter what it is. And I think that's a secret ingredient. You know what I mean? If I would have went to the military, I would have been like a sergeant, some shit. Like, it was just, I put my entire everything into anything I go into. And so, you know, I never really backed down from a challenge. I never let anybody put me in a box, because when I was first starting out, everyone was like, but you got to choose one. You know, you want to be an actor, you want to be a photographer, you want to be an editor, director, producer. Like, you're good at all these things, but like, you got to choose one. And I was like, I don't think I do, you know? And so it's just, you know, I'm like a sponge for information and experience. And so, you know, I'm a risk taker. I'm not afraid to lose, because, you know, that's where you grow. It's where you learn. And so it's been 10 years now, honestly, since I've been doing all of this. in rotation. You know, a lot of people only know me as a photographer. A lot of people know me as only a cinematographer, some as an actor, you know, some only as an editor. Like I put myself, you know, especially as a creative, you have to find ways to make money because it's not like a money making machine on an indie level. You know, it's not till you get a breakthrough and now, you're flying through commercials and TV and film where you're making a lot of money. And so I love to work, you know, I like to stay busy. And so it was like, when you understand the process of these things, you find those peaks and valleys and those pockets where you have time for something else, right? So it was like, okay, well, I'm doing this feature film. Well, okay, there's these shoot days. It's going to take this amount of time. So I know on this downtime, I could probably take some photos, make some money there. You know, I could probably edit something, you know. And then as far as like jumping from acting, you know, it's different genres of acting. Comedy's been natural to me. Like I've been a clown since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I'm just mad silly with it. My imagination helps a lot with that. You know, I like to be very cartoony with my stuff. And then being dramatic, I mean, it's just, you have to be in tune with who you are. You understand? You have to, and that means being vulnerable. And the problem is a lot of people don't like to feel vulnerable, you know, and the trick is the more vulnerable you are, the better actor you're going to be, because this is all about feelings. This is all about, you know, living in the moment and allowing yourself to just be, you know, and so the more vulnerable you are, the more you can live in the moment, whether that's comedy, whether it's drama, horror. I've been on TV a few times, and the audition, the lady was like, it was the last callback, and it was just me and the casting director. And she was like, I need you to stand up. She was like, and I need you to pretend like you saw a ghost come through the ceiling. And I remember that being weird. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you know, but I completely lost it. You know what I mean? I've had experiences spiritually where I can't explain what the hell actually happened. So I kind of had to just tap into that, some of those weird, scary moments in my life where, you know, and I just completely like lost it. And she completely believed that I was horrified. And so I got, you know, I booked that opportunity. And it was what was that? It was, I played, what's this guy's name? Oh my God, so many years ago. Andy Garcia, is that his name? He's a comedian. I think it was Andy Garcia, and it was like a celebrity horror ghost story or something like that. And so that was pretty dope, but that was early. But yeah, you know, the trick is to allow yourself to just really be, and to do that, you have to listen, and you have to react. You know what I mean? To what's happening.
Have you taken any like acting classes or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I went to school for acting. I have a bachelor in theater.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of
you picked up a lot of that. Like you said, being able to be vulnerable on screen and in front of other people. That's
you have to be able to be comfortable. I did in CCNY. I did like a year in acting, and one of the exercises, the teacher. The teacher.
Who's your professor?
Don't even remember. It was like a white lady. She would sit 5 of the students on a chair, and we were like, the sketch would be, we're waiting on the bus, and she would whisper into each one, like what you are. You know, like she told me you're a 4-year-old kid, and then the next person was like, oh, you're a doctor or whatever, a policeman, and you had to play out that role. But you couldn't say anything, and then your class had to guess who it was.
Right.
So you got to be able to just be comfortable, to be silly, and be, you know, like she put us in exercises, you know, being in college, someone you don't even know, you are romantically in love with her, and you guys got to give me a passionate scene, this and this and that. Yeah. And it's got to click. So
how many passionate scenes you did, bro?
Huh? No, I wasn't in that scene. But I know that if I got picked, I would be scared.
You just say like hypothetically.
Huh?
You just saying?
No, it's just honestly for me, comedy comes easier for me. You got to tap into different emotions when you're going into like drama or you're trying to tell a different type of story. Comedy is more, for me, it's more physical, and also you could be like sarcastic or like humor. Some of my favorite sketches that Marc has done, it does involve Ken, but it's Ken's dad. Because I like the voice and the interaction that you have with him. Although you never see the dad, but your reaction to the voice is what, you know. Like when Ken, like first day of school, whatever, you guys are coming out and shit, and coming out to school, and he yells at you for something. He was like, Michael, vete aquí, whatever. But how have you been dealing with this COVID-19?
Yo, yeah, I've been watching. Like,
wait, we can't hear him. His mic went off. Just give him a second.
Who?
Marc.
Marc's gonna come back.
Marc.
Come off.
Yeah, Marc. Marcos, ¿a dónde estás?
He said, fuck this shit. I'm out here.
He's like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
He said, fuck
I'm leaving this podcast.
Yeah, bro.
No, he's coming back.
Damn, my fault.
No, it's all good.
You know what it is? That at 8:30 on the dot every day, the curfew's at 9 o'clock. So everybody on the island gets a text about the curfew in 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was our question now.
I was just not.
How have you been dealing with the COVID? I mean, we know you're in Puerto Rico. And why'd you go to Puerto Rico? We know you're from El Barrio. And like, how's it going over there in the island? Because it must be 10 times different from the situation here.
Yeah, I mean, it's different, but still very similar, and maybe in some ways a little bit worse, depending how you feel about certain things. Only in the sense that the lockdown here is a lot more serious than it is, I think, in the States. You know what I mean? Like I think I got over here March 17th, and the idea was there was only about maybe 100 cases in the city, you know, and just being good at math, I was like, this is going to be horrible in the city just because of the numbers. This is too saturated, it's too congested, the subways, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I went to BJ's to like do some food shopping, and I was online for 4 hours just to get to the cashier.
This is in Puerto Rico or here?
No, this was in New York. This was
okay.
This is before it started, like before it like hit big.
Almost before the lockdown, yeah.
Exactly. And so I just kind of foresaw it. You know, I was like, whoa, this is going to get stupid. Yo, people were fighting at the cashier. You just kept hearing the cashier, security, please, security, security. You know what I mean? Because the lines were just, you were on the line for 4 hours. And people trying to skip, you know what I mean? So, and that was like, I don't know, a week before March 17th. But then I was like, yeah, no, we got to go. You know, and it was real early. And I was like, if this is this bad right now, I can only imagine in a month. You know what I mean? When it really hits. And now look, now the lines are outside to get in.
6 feet apart to get in.
You know what I mean? I was on a 4-hour line just to pay on the cashier. And that wasn't 6 feet apart. We were all on top of each other. You know what I mean? So I was like, this is going to be horrible. You know, and so I then spoke to my dad. My dad was like, yo, y'all should all just come out here to Puyallup. My mom lives out here in Galwas. And at first I was like, oh, do I want to be stuck on the island? I was like, well, you know what? I could be on the beach, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wish I would rather be in Puerto Rico than in New York. You have a beach, you have the weather. Although the earthquakes just happened and all that disaster. And now with the COVID, like, it must be insane over there.
I was going to say that, you know, the people here are a lot more cooperative for whatever they say we should do as far as handling the crisis, because unfortunately people have been hit with a number of crises recently.
The last 4 years have been a lot for Puerto Rico.
Right. So it's like, oh, quédate en tu casa, no problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got no problem with it, you know, but everything's closed, bro. Everything. You can't go to the beach. You can't go to a river. You can't, you know what I mean? You could try and sneak it off, but if you get caught, you're going to get a heavy fine. You're probably get arrested. You know what I mean? Especially if you're out past curfew for any like non-essential, real essential reason, you're done.
You know what, Marc? part though, honestly, like even like I've been in quarantine now for 32 days. So before you even left, I was already in quarantine without work and stuff. And today, like it's scary even going to like think about, okay, I can get this through my hands, eyes, nose, ear, whatever it may be. So I got to go suited everywhere. Like you said, the lines are already outside. People are agitated. They're only allowed a limited amount of people per store. So like, let's say it's a bigger space. So maybe you're allowed, like I remember going to Marshall's when it started and they were like, oh, there's only 50 people, including employees allowed. So I had to wait outside in lines. So today was a beautiful day outside. It was gorgeous. But you went down to St. Nick and everybody was outside chilling. The viejos on the people smoking on the streets. That's like good. It was like a normal day in the Heights, like in the middle of the day. And it's scary because at the end of the day, this is why our numbers, keep increasing.
Exactly.
And I'd rather have that, like, hey, I'm gonna text you. You got 30 minutes to stay inside. You better stay inside.
Right.
I'd rather that strictness.
Yeah. No, I that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very happy. I'm definitely grateful. The rest of my family's good over here. Everybody's pretty safe. The numbers aren't that crazy over here. I think it's like maybe 400 or 500 confirmed, and the death rate, it's very, very low in comparison. But my thinking was this: it was like, look, the virus can't sustain itself in the heat. I'm like, so we out to the Caribbean. It can't be over there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to thrive where there's heat. So, also,
it's not like New York City where there's 8-9 million people.
And
it's a lot less.
And like
everybody's not as on top of each other or as you are over here. So what you've been doing the past time over there? I know, like, you got a creative side. You've been writing some stuff. Maybe you got some ideas for some skits.
I do.
You guys were in the middle of finishing Superblock. It's Superblock, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of things you have to put on pause. But what you've been doing, what you've been watching over there, listening, reading, what do you do to keep yourself sane?
I'm happy to have my nephew here. He requires a lot of playtime. It's been like kind of I want to say good and bad, kind of back and forth, especially on the creative end, because it's really just me. I mean, I can ask my brother to help me shoot something as far as like bouncing off ideas, and then even having the will to execute on an idea that I come up with, because I'm so like I said, conscious and spiritual. Like I feel like I know a lot of people that have been directly affected. As a matter of fact, my great aunt, she passed away from the COVID early on, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago now. And so it's kind of hard for me to kind of do something funny and create something while all of this heaviness is going on. I just had to, give my condolences to another friend who lost his cousin. You know what I mean? Like every day I'm waking up and there's people that I know that have people that are gone now, because of it.
Advice, because I feel like, especially we live in this stupid social media world right now where the content is oversaturated. Whether it's COVID, whether it's funny COVID, whether it's I'm just trying to live normal, funny. But there's a lot of, and there is, like you said, a lot of sensitive cases and things. And when you're just like an empath, or you just spiritually or energy-wise feel the burden of what's really going on. I know, like, for people, like some people, it's been either they're super creative and I'm hungry and I'm working, creating. And there's other people who are always super on the go, super creative. I can't stay home, that are so like, it's scary how low key I want to be right now. Like how would you, because you're in a little bit of a both bind, what recommendations would you give people who are feeling like, I want to create, but I don't have the will to create right now? I want to, like, for me, I'm taking it when I hear people, or even myself, there are days where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to sleep until 12, because when this is over, work is going to be nonstop. My life is going to go back to that, like, as much as I can. So how are you okay with being on that lower key scale of respectful kind of like, I'm going to keep this to the side for now?
Right. I think the biggest key for me, the biggest advice I could give is to be patient. You know what I mean? Like, be patient right now is is one of the biggest things, because it feels like we're so close to the end of this, but then we never, but even if it's another month, if in real time, it feels like forever. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this feels like forever. But in the hindsight, even if we're locked down for 2-3 months, it's really not that much time to make sure that, everybody is safe and we can get through this. And so for me, I'm just being patient, because I don't want to, I'm always about quality over quantity. You know what I mean? And so I'm not trying to just go guns blazing, shoot, just start pushing out just to push stuff out. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? At least for me personally, it's not the route that I would take. I'm very strategical. I like to, right now for me, it's all about being visionary with the skits. Like, I have like a couple that, even with this caveman, like, I'm doing a whole skit with this when this is done. You know what I mean?
God, by the way, I love the viejo thing that you wrote.
Yeah.
That viejo skit with the filter, you guys talk about like 75 years later, what was
Right.
That was so priceless, because it was very much you guys is still same personality, but it's like, yeah, this is how they're going to be when they're old.
Yeah, that one was fun. I think Ken Stars and Telemeto, shout out to my guys. They started doing that, and I think Rose, shout out to Black Rose, shout out to AJ Carter, they did it, and I was kind of the last one. And I was like, I'm going to drop a bomb on them, and this is why I like taking my time with it, because then when I dropped mine, all of them were like, damn, like, oh, that was too good. You know what I mean? Whereas like they just kind of went guns blazing, they pushed it out early. And, a lot of people, even Rose, she was like, yo, yours is my favorite one type. And, but yeah, I'm just being real patient. Like, even this whole caveman thing, like, I'll give a little spoiler alert. Like, when this is all over, I'm going to do like a caveman coming out of a cave when the quarantine life is done. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of this is coming from, So I'm holding out, because let me tell you, this is not easy having all this facial hair on my face. Like, this shit is itchy. I just want to shave it.
Your lip.
Any type of maintenance, though?
Oof, none. I mean, like
a little trim, because you're gonna start eating your pelitos in a little bit, or you're just gonna like mustache it off to the side.
You gotta comb it to the side. When it starts to come your lip, you gotta go like this to it.
I'm trying, brother. Look, this is it right here. I'm trying, man.
I legit like one like this the other day, and it was starting to curl up. And I was like, nah, I gotta like a little.
Bro, I'm trying, man, but I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I might have to shave this. I ain't thought about shaving.
You should get whoever you're doing the caveman stuff with. You should let me pick a couple of 12 eligible bachelors, and we could do a COVID caveman calendar.
That's funny.
I think Ivan is doing something similar, Ivan Manito, because he asked for anybody who's growing like a beard and is looking like rustic to like send him a video or a photo. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to call him, but I know he's
nice
like that too.
All I care is to be the judge of this calendar.
I'm gonna have to hit him up too and be like, yo, bro, let's combine. Trying to do because another thing that I want to do, and I'm hoping nobody does it before me, but it is what it is. That don't rush it challenge shit where everyone's like transforming. You know what I mean? I want to do that with a shaver where it's like, and then boom, you know what I mean?
That's fine.
And do that with all the cavemen.
Like ending court.
I got a video for you to see on the Don't Rush It challenge. Because my man E-Man, he don't really got a hairline. He's rocking bald always. And he hasn't gotten a shave or cut. So he's like, don't rush it. And he shows the machine. And then he got like a magic marker. I'm going to send it to you. He got like a magic marker joint drawn on it. And he's like, yeah, that's right.
That's funny.
Who did that?
Yeah.
E-Man.
E-Man, your cousin?
From Dykeman. No, E-Man from Dykeman. I'll put it up. I'll repost it. I thought it was.
Yeah, everybody's doing it.
His son is, where's Ethan?
Yeah.
That E-Man.
There's like so many challenges and all that stuff now coming from TikTok. I literally just got TikTok today because I was like,
I was gonna say, did you fall into the I've had it, but I've never used it before.
I can't.
Let me tell you, I had an account that I got like, I don't know, 2 months ago. I put one video, the handshake video. I don't know if you saw that I did with AJ Carter. We're doing that long ass handshake. And I never went back to it ever since today. Today I was like, you know what? I need to get, because I'm trying to do, what I'm going to do is what do you call it? A compilation of all the challenges.
The editing.
Not even. I haven't done anything on TikTok. I've been like kind of avoiding it and fighting against it.
I hate
no.
I'm gonna say right now.
To like,
fuck a TikTok.
Listen,
I ain't gonna be dancing on no video or nothing like that.
Listen,
Get out of here.
Listen,
I
know that it's like my hater side that doesn't like it, because it's like some shit like young kids, they love this shit. This is not really for old ass men like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know it's like my old ass hater that's like, you know, all these fucking kids doing all this dumb shit. You know, like, but I'm trying to fight that because like I wanna.
You trying to say you got a TikTok right now?
I'm trying to say.
Are you trying to make it right that you got a TikTok right now?
I'm trying to say
let him dance.
Like it. I want to like. I like to dance, so I like the concept.
I like to dance too, but I don't like. That's not
right.
dancing. No, you can't go. You can't go somewhere and that's dancing. That's not dancing, my friend.
Let's pray, spread his wings, and dance, baby.
When the Flip the Switch challenge came out, I thought that was funny. Mark, I liked yours a lot because yours.
Thank you.
It wasn't just a one flip. It was a couple of them. It was different.
Yeah, that was cute.
Right.
It was different.
I did mine, and I did the Animoji shit, where my face was a piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But you see something like that, you gotta be able to like. I think it's fun. But this like people dancing with the shooting thing. I was like, this is not. You can't flip that. It's not.
Rick, now we on the subject, bro. I wanted to talk to you about like
now that I got everybody here.
You know, this is an intervention. That emoji shit that you made, man, that doesn't look like you, man.
It's fire. It don't look like me because, you know, I got the...
It looks like...
chin, you know.
Look at his face.
It's just massive. I can't make one that looks like Seth Rogen. If I did that, then it would have been good.
It looks like George Michael.
Let it be. Let it be. I'm about to update it, though. I'm about to put, like, the frazzled COVID look on it.
Is that what we call it? COVID? We switch from the coronavirus. I was
the technical term.
That's the technical term.
You know why?
COVID.
I have a theory on that shit.
I call it the Rona.
The Rona, yeah. I was saying
the Rona.
From uptown or the Bronx or Harlem, you call it the Rona.
Yeah, man, I'm from the Bronx, man. We say the Rona.
I think Corona got pissed off. You know, the beer is doing terrible.
Right. Really?
Oh.
Yo, they're doing, let's put it like this. I was at Rite Aid right now, and it's doing so bad, they came out with thought juice.
Oh, yeah,
there's a passion fruit lime thought juice now.
Just like
Corona.
From Corona? Get out of here.
Who would have ever thought Corona was going to bring out thought juice?
Hey, if anybody that on how to make thought juice is the executives at Corona.
Hey, you gotta adjust, man.
I just have a feeling, you know, Corona is not. I don't think they're still owned by a Mexican company. I think they're owned by an American company.
Anheuser-Busch. I think
it might be. I gotta double check because I know they own Presidente. So I think they wanted to use COVID so people could get away from, because a lot of people started doing memes with the Corona, like, nah, bro, I'm not drinking that shit.
You saying there's a conspiracy?
My thing is this: where did the Corona name come from?
Well, this virus is really old. If you look on a bottle of Lysol.
Right. It says Corona, yeah, because it's a family of viruses.
Apparently, COVID, the letters in COVID mean like something viral, infectious disease, and then it's 19. It was established.
Coronavirus, infectious disease, whatever, and 19 is the one that is that that's the one that's causing the pandemic.
No, we should have caught that shit at number 1, man.
My personal theory is that this is just a population control by the Chinese.
What?
By the Chinese.
Fucking do that, man.
This
I don't know. I don't know if it's from the Chinese, but
I'm not trying to say it's a Chinese virus because I think it's wrong.
I need Chinese food to return to the hood. Bro, stop the fucking problem.
Stocks is down on that.
it's hitting more than sushi. I tried to find sushi on my birthday. Let me find out where there is one sushi spot open. Nowhere.
Because
Well,
Asian people,
in Queens, there's a lot open. But
they're not happy with us right now, man.
it's not that. It's just, there's retarded people that listen to our current president in
Yeah.
America, and they take this racial,
Right.
The president himself was like the Chinese virus.
You
No,
were just
it's
bashing the
coronavirus.
Chinese right now.
Huh?
You were just bashing the Chinese right now.
Yeah, man.
You did say the Chinese virus, bro. You did.
I'm not saying Chinese people. I'm saying the Chinese government. They put this out.
No, it has
Whoa.
Yes, the Chinese government. They do this once in a while. First of all, if you guys think that this happened naturally,
Last time the Chinese government did this.
Definitely.
Rick.
globally, Mother Earth is
Honest,
recovering.
I don't think it's a Chinese thing. I think it was, let's see which of the most powerful countries in the world could create something first. And the one person stole from one person and they cheated from the other person, because from rumors have it, this all came from Canada, and Canada said
No.
they got stolen by China, and then China
It-
it's like this whole
Guys,
There's 7 people in this chat. Hold
listen,
on. Do you think this was made in a lab and released? Hold on, Mark. Do you think it was made in a lab and released intentionally?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of information like leading in so many different directions. But I've read some stuff, and apparently they were splitting DNAs between HIV and one of the coronas, and it went from they were testing it on a bat. That's why there's stuff out there about bats.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to terminate the bat, but instead the bat was sold to a restaurant through black market, and then that's how it went into a human transmission. It's mad shit though.
Proves my theory.
bro, it doesn't prove anything, bro.
Released intentionally. Mark, listen. If Mark knows anything about anything, he knows
There's
about
a lot, man.
Listen,
You know about that viral shit.
You know about that viral shit.
Right.
Right? He goes viral all the time, so he knows.
Ah, that's funny.
He
I
knows,
respect it. Listen,
bro. He knows. He just gave his professional opinion. That's it. I win. You lose.
One of our followers on the live said it was a virus created to control population worldwide. It was a re-release just to do that. It could also be something to distract us from what's happening on the low. The air quality is the best it's been in ages.
Yes,
It's true.
Have you seen the photos of Venice?
I saw all that stuff, and I agree that the positive effects on our Mother Earth have been, surprising
Mother Earth on her period.
and wonderful.
Fuck
But
y'all.
I do not-
Everybody.
Listen to me, guys. I do not want to feed conspiracies, man. We don't fucking know. Just don't know. We don't know.
That's a
All right,
fact.
so Greg, hold on.
Basically, stop blaming it on the Chinese.
Yeah, man. Don't
Hold on. I didn't say Chinese. I said in a lab. Mark, how many times you gone viral?
About the Chinese restaurants
Wait,
letting it out and shit.
how many times you gone viral, Mark?
I don't know. A bunch, honestly.
All right, so he's an expert on viruses. So he knows. He just
Bro,
said it. Right?
infections.
Corona I've drank in my lifetime.
That's a different
I
thing.
can be a professional at this shit.
It's a different thing. Eh?
No,
Forget
so
about Dr. Fauci. I know.
Mark, why do you think Mark is with his hat in Puerto Rico?
You know what I'm saying? Because I knew.
I will concede that
I
Mark.
knew I was going to spread.
Mark,
Mark, I'm mad you ain't share this information. I couldn't take him back.
this, I'm
should've
gonna concede that Mark is a creative genius, and that he had the foresight to leave.
creative genius that goes viral.
Creative genius that goes viral.
Coronavirus was created by Mark now. That's what you
had the foresight to evacuate early, but let's fucking stick to the facts, H.
What are your facts, Craze?
Mark doesn't know shit about infectious diseases, man.
Yes, he does, man.
Or does he?
He does, man. Why is it Puerto Rico and not in El Barrio?
I know something about something.
He knows about virals. He goes virals all the time.
Me and Mark are going to have a little conversation off to the side after this is over. He's going to show me his research. I want to show him mine, and we'll compare notes.
Oh, now you know Mark.
We're not going to spread internet conspiracies.
He knows about creating virals. So
Don't blame the fucking Chinese, man. I haven't had boneless spare ribs in over 30 days.
I don't blame the Chinese, though. I don't think it was them. There's a lot of information out there saying that it was actually from Americans that then sold it to the Chinese. But, you know, like I said, nobody really knows what's real these days, and that's the toughest part.
The hardest part for me to understand is the fact that right now it's like people are saying, like, how come everybody else in the world is naturally recovering and we're the only country pushing for a vaccine, yet we're going to be back to economic normality in 2 weeks?
Well, because there's also information about Bill Gates, if you read into any of that, you know what I mean? And he's a eugenicist, and people know that about him for a long time. You know, if you read into it a bit, he had a patent on the COVID-19, specifically years before 2020, almost as if he knew this was going to happen. And he
talked about it in 2015 in one of his public speaking talks.
Right, and that was before. Yeah, and that was before he did the patent of the COVID-19. But who gets a patent, bro? Right. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? And then and now he's
video today of Obama talking about we need to prepare for a viral pandemic. So it was a known fact that shit was going to happen.
It was going to happen. That's what I'm saying. It was going to happen. I think Bill was like, no, I didn't on the hurricane.
And it's also on an election year. One of our, but she just brought that up. Somebody in our lives. Shout out to you. It's Tasha. Yes, but if you look at every single election since, I think, the father Bush, there's been like a pandemic or some virus or some shit coming up during election. Ain't nobody talking about Biden is the nominee now.
Right.
For months. Until today, Obama endorsed Biden, and yesterday, Bernie endorsed Biden.
You
don't hear anything about the Democratic primary.
You know why? Because it's not going to matter, and unfortunately, this is why this is all, like, how is it that coincidentally, I went into quarantine March 12th. March 12th for us in the radio broadcasting world was a huge day. Why? Because it was finally the day that as Latinos, because I work in Latin radio, as a minority, we finally had a chance to put our voice into something being what is the census. So now the census gets tainted, which taints us. Then not only is it election year, like there's just so much more that's going into it. Now look at the attacks on what they're saying on the U.S. Postal Service. It survived the Civil War, the World War, the Cold War, the this war, the this, that, the this, all the other diseases. But it's about to die out because Trump doesn't want to mail out votes. And they're not going to get it back, so they're trying to kill the U.S. Postal Service. Like it just all of it sucks. And the worst part out of all of it is two things. One, to be honest, I'd rather stay home, quedarme en casa, than for this to be World War III and fighting in the front lines for something I don't believe in.
So let me explain something to you. All this is being done because Trump for life is what's going to happen.
Nah.
Bill Maher has talked about this a lot. He's talked about if he loses, he's not going to give up control of the White House.
I believe it.
And he's also talked about if he wins, and he put out a tweet. I forgot when it was, but Trump put out a tweet where he's holding a sign that says Trump 2020, Trump 24, Trump 20 this, and then it says Trump forever. So he's done his little things, and all he needs is support from the army. And I don't like to get political on this podcast, but he's
I mean,
Oh,
look.
the Rick H Show Season 6, live from Costa Rica, a neutral country, holding up a window. I have a house, guys. We're protected. I got my passport. We'll figure it out.
It's a crazy time, you know what I mean? It's a complete shift, I think, for the entire world. You know, I said it in the beginning when I first came to PR. I was like, you know, regardless, this is a new world, you know, and people have been talking about a new world order for a long time, and maybe this is what it's starting to look like. You know, we can't go back to the functioning the way we used to anyway. You know what I mean? So we have to find a new way. I hope it's not this. This is horrible. Honestly, I can't.
Yeah, people are going to be completely different after this is over. It's not going to be.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the reality. What is going to be the new norm? Like, is there ever going to be a new norm? Because they're saying that this won't be over, quote unquote, till August, September, back to some type of normality. But we're talking about like being able to go back outside like China did. I have a friend who lives in China, and they're back to normal as still wearing masks and gloves, going out, but they're allowed out more. Businesses are open more because the numbers are decreasing so good. Now, the concerts being closed until 2021, the sporting events until Florida decides to mess that up, and everything else. So it's like, what would be the new norm? Like, is there going to be parties where now you're not allowed more than 20?
Quarantine party forever, baby.
My parties in my crib have always been 20 people or less.
Well, I think,
I'm living a normal life now.
You know, people have to become a lot more aware of hygiene, you know, a lot more aware of like being just more clean, where we're touching, how often are we touching our faces. Yeah. And then also, I mean, this has exposed so much about American society. You know what I mean? We spend gazillions of dollars, you know, preparing ourselves for a military warfare. And then here comes a biological warfare, and we're like a third world country.
And 22,000 people die in a month.
We're not prepared at all. Not enough ventilators, not enough masks, not enough nothing.
We're talking about basics. We're talking about like you said, masks, ventilators, gloves, sanitizer, Lysol. I mean, even the simple things like food and toilet paper. Like, and my fear with all of this has never been the essentials or can we listen or what are the rules and regs going to be. For me, it's always been like, okay, I come from a third world country, obviously, where I've seen everything from like, hey, we have like in my mom's country in El Salvador, I remember I hate going there because by 8 p.m. in her town in Santa Rosa de Lima, El Salvador, a small little country, a small tiny city 6 hours away from the capital, that their curfew was already 8 p.m. Like, yo, you can't be out after dark. Somebody's going to kill you. If you're wearing jewelry, you don't care if it's fake. Take it off. You know what I mean? It's a different lifestyle. So for me, this not having water, this not this, it's normal. So the problem with me has always been like, oh my God, how are entitled Americans, people who've had it all or can pay it all off, now that are limited or now that we have rules and regulations, how are they going to take that? And that's where my problem is, because I see it becoming more of a civil issue, more of a like, I'm going to kill you for toilet paper rather than like let's split this roll in half. Like, you know, and that's the scary part about it.
Well, like I said, it exposed our society, and everyone was for capitalism. Everyone was for, you know, functioning the way we are. But then, you know, everyone wants that check, that $1,200 socialist check, because that's what it is. You know, now we're looking at free healthcare for all. Yeah, actually, that sounds great. You know, oh shit, they canceled, you know, student loans. Awesome. You know, like all of these things that other countries have been doing for a long time already, you know, their norm as opposed to our norm, you know, and I think that's what the new norm for America is going to be, just kind of adjusting to some of these things that other countries have already been doing. You know what I mean? Like you said, over there, curfew's 8 p.m. So they would be good over here. Shit, curfew's over here at 9 p.m. So we get an extra hour. Shit, you know what I mean? So it really depends. You know, there's a great saying that I like to go back to a lot. It's like, you know, what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. You know what I mean? And so the normal isn't actually real. It's just where you come from. And it's depending on your experiences. You know what I mean? And so right now, it's not normal for people to be walking around with masks and gloves everywhere in the States. I'm over here in PR, and you can't go nowhere without anybody having a mask on. And I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy.
Well, here
this is not
like
normal.
60% of the people are wearing masks, because they don't. This Hasidic Jews last Thursday were having a funeral where 600 people gathered in Williamsburg. Like, that's insane.
They wildin'.
But I want to switch this whole
COVID.
It got a little negative.
Got too heavy.
So we're gonna do a one-word association with Marc Reign. Each one of us will think of a word. We'll give Mark the word, and he's got to give us the first thing that comes to mind. Craze, you got one?
Yes.
Benny, you got one?
All right.
Jaylah, you got one?
I got one now.
I got one too. So we'll go around. I'll go Jaylah, Benny, Craze. And then
what's happening?
Do it twice. We'll do it twice. So we'll all give you a word, and then you got to give us the first thing that comes to mind.
How many seconds do I get?
1.5 seconds.
We'll do 5. We'll do 5. 5 or less.
No, 0.5.
So I'll go first. So my word associate. Ken Stars.
My brother.
Jada.
Tea party.
Tea party? Our video.
Movie.
Super black.
Crazy.
Italian food.
Italian food? Oh my God. Big ziti.
Ooh.
El Barrio.
Hungry now.
Hey, the Young Lords.
Jaylah.
It's supposed to be Benny.
I thought it was one word, homie.
No, we're going around 3 times.
Benny didn't go yet.
One word, bro.
Benny said one. He said movie. Dang.
What?
Benny said movie.
Oh.
Jaylah.
Drinks.
Wine. Red wine.
Corona.
Oh.
Pandemic.
Painting.
The front of my mom's house, because that's what we did. Painted the whole house, bro.
Yeah, I did that during
Work.
We did that like last week.
Yeah.
Looks nice, though. Looks nice.
I'm going to say Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. So many things came to my head.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mi isla.
Dungeons and Dragons.
My brother, because he loves playing that game.
Benny.
Craze bugs.
What was it?
Craze bugs.
Craze book.
Huh?
Information specialist.
Fruits.
Ooh, pineapples.
Pineapple. He just
Nice or regular?
No, that was actually going to be my first word. Pineapple.
look at his.
Pineapples.
Look at his. He was like, "Ooh, wait."
Yeah, right.
He just ate some pineapple.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, he had some of that Puerto Rican fresh pineapple, right? Like they cut it right out in the front lawn.
Mm,
Well, Mark, when you get back to the city, we'll do this live and in person.
I can't wait, man.
Room. I want you to stay safe, my brother. Stay healthy out there. Enjoy that beautiful ass island that I love so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
A piece Puerto Rican too, so
Hey,
I got a little attachment over there.
nice, nice.
It's actually my first trip after the pandemic. I'm taking Bella
Word,
to Puerto Rico.
word, it's gonna be litty.
Say hi to the family. Tell your brother I love him.
I'll let him know.
Mark, anything you want to plug? Anything that you got going on?
Man.
Right now we on pause with everything, but
Yeah, I got, a couple things.
Movies, though.
Super Blocked. Shout out to Ramel, the whole cast and crew. Super Blocked, the movie's going to be hilarious. Comedy feature about a guy who realizes that there's a business in cock blocking. It's hilarious, bro.
But that is true. There is. So
there is. It makes it happen. And then I got another film that I'm producing with my boy Ramon, 98th and Park. That's a more serious, high-end short film about.
I saw some like clips on that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope, man. And then
there's actresses in this room, right?
Oh, where? Send me acting with. Then I got, of course, shout out to the Have a Good Night crew, Ken Stars and all of them. We got the Living with My Pops film that we're working on.
Oh wait, you guys doing a film with the Living with My Pops?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's gonna be amazing.
That's gonna be great. That's my favorite. Something. All my sketches are from that hashtag. Living with My Pops. Yeah, that's
gonna be dope. And then also, we got a film, a feature that I was involved with last year, coming out this year, called Anna Adore. Shout out to Adam Gonzalez. That movie's gonna be fire. That's a more sci-fi drama film, though. My character,
How does that happen, though? Like now, because I know even like a lot of movies that are supposed to be in theater, like I know like Trolls and all these things that were.
They're releasing them faster on.
But they're doing like on demand and all of that. How is this going to work for you guys?
It's as an independent filmmaker, as an independent artist, it's going to be good and bad, because we want to ultimately break through into the mainstream. And so it kind of hurts us in that way. But then, depending on the solutions for this, it may actually benefit us because then maybe everything has to go online, which then we have access to automatically, so it really, really depends. But there's a lot going on, man. Shout out to I'm a part of a web series called Dominican York. You know what I'm saying? And that's yeah. Shout out to the whole squad, Mitchie, Yessie. Shout out to Brenda. We got a film that I worked on with her that I directed, and I'm trying to get that out once this is all done. There's a lot, man. I'm always working. You know what I mean? I'm always staying on it, working on the next thing. So thank you guys for bringing me on here, giving me a bit of a platform. This is what I do for. You know what I mean? I don't do it for the fame or for the money, even though those are all byproducts. Of just having this platform, having a voice, and being, having some influential space.
So can you take your hat off now?
Oh, yeah. Yo, we ran out of time, right? Hold on.
We're running out of time. Mark, thank you for coming through. Follow him at Mark, it's _Reigns, I think it is.
Yes, sir.
Mark _Reigns on Instagram. Watch the man's videos. Pretty funny. Very talented dude. And photography. He has his own photography page as well.
That's right.
About that, so,
I'm going to need new headshots when you get back from Puerto Rico, Mark. Let's get
it.
Let's do it. Can't wait to see you when you get back, bro. When you get back, we'll collab on some other things, all right?
That'll be lit, man. I'm looking forward to that.
And if you're not banned from laying in that front yard or painting that house, I'm going to be mad at you. Because there's no sun on you.
He's working on a skit. He's got to be inside, caveman.
Word. Y'all gonna see some. I'm dropping something this week.
Represent for the Browns.
What's that acting method that you gotta?
Method acting.
Method acting. Yeah, method.
Method acting. I'm method acting right now. Facts.
But he hides in a closet with no lighting, so he can be when he gets back.
Sometimes I walk around shirtless and just.
Mel Gibson and Castaway.
Before we go, I want to shout out.
That was Tom Hanks, but yeah.
It was Tom Hanks. Damn.
Birthday drink.
That's okay.
My bad.
That's all right. I love Mel Gibson too. He's great.
Robbie Rob,
as an actor.
AJ Hero, Justin Trees, Carlos Lampo, That Boy Lucky, The Mayor, Big Lou, Juan Bago, Mr. Nueva York, Dex, Andy Diaza, CSP, BB Inc., Andy Haynes, Colossal Mike Law, Radel Ortiz, Jay Ramirez, Noel Veloz, 25K, Ivan Manico, Oswald Perez, Jesse Corrado, Miss Big D, Mark Glennon, Anthony MSG, Karina Ortiz, Jose Salcedo, Jonathan Fernandez, Steven Houston, Perico Limited, Devontae Magic, Sasha Mercy, Lucia Hierro, Jason Rosario, Jennifer Mercedes, Baby Boy Slime, Jayla, who's on the show now.
Yes!
Grand,
Jaylah.
Wayne Williams, Ari Spears, and now Marc Reign. 60 episodes.
Baby. That's what's up. It's lit,
See
baby.
you on Thursday with Chicklets HF.
Yeah, shout out to Chiclet. Peace, you guys.
Peace, my brother.